Hi, boys and girls. We are starting a new lesson today, but it's going to build on what you already know. So we learned about how to add tens to a two-digit number. We learned about how to add ones to a two-digit number. Now we're going to add two two-digit numbers, which just means both numbers will have ones and tens. So you're going to have to organize your work and make sure you keep your ones together and your tens together. So we're just practicing with different types of numbers, but we're doing the same work. We will be on page 663, so go ahead and turn to that now if you are not already there. Here is our try it problem. Juliana has 15 pennies. Nico has 23 pennies. How many pennies in all? So we know two people have pennies. We want to know how many there are in all. So we need to know that one has 15 and one has 23. So down here they have an equation for you, 15 plus 23. Your job is to use what you already know about adding to solve this. So you could use a drawing, a place value chart, number bonds. You could use stacking. So go ahead, and you can also use your base 10 blocks from iReady under your tools. Go ahead and solve this problem, and when you're ready, press play and watch to see if you got it correct. All right, here are some ways that you might have solved this problem. So you might have done a place value chart and organized your numbers. So we had 15, which is 110, and 5 ones. And then you're adding 23, which is 2 tens, and 3 ones. Then you could just count it up. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ones, and I have 3 tens. So my answer would be 38. 3 tens, 8 ones. That's one way to do it with a picture. You might have tried the number bond way and broke this up into 10 and 5. This one could be broken up into 20 and 3. And we know when we're adding, we can flip-flop our add-ins so we can move them around to make it easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my easy numbers first, which is 20 and 10. Those are my friendly numbers. So add 20 and 10, which gives me 30. Now I can add my ones, 5 and 3. So then I'm going to do 5 plus 3, and I know that's 8. Now I need to add my two numbers that I got from my 10s and my 1s, 30 and 8. And I know 30 and 8 make 38. So those are just a couple ways some of my friends could have solved it. So let's take a look at this new problem. 22 children play on the hill. 38 children play in the field. How many children are playing? So how is this problem like the last problem we did with the pennies? It's the same about them. On this one, you're adding. On the penny ones, you are adding. And we're adding two two-digit numbers. Oopsie. Sorry about that. Grab my pen. All right, so our first two-digit number is 22. My second two-digit number is 38. So just like in the pennies problem, we're adding two two-digit numbers. So you can use what we just talked about, which was the picture or number bonds, or you can use a hundred chart. We know how to count by tens on the 100 chart, right? So you could start on 22. And if you're thinking about, so if I draw 22 and I'm going to add 38, that means I'm going to want to add 3 tens and 8 ones. So if I skip count by tens, it would go 22, 32, that's 110. See? I just added, I'm going to change this color. Okay, so I want to add 38. So if I add another 10, that brings me to 32. If I add another 10, 42, another 10, 52. So now I've added 3 10s, but I still need to add 8 more 1s. So in a picture, it would look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On my 120 chart, I would now count by 1s going this way. So I skip counted by 10s, 22, 32, 42, 52. That was 3 10s down. Oh, excuse me. And then I need to add 8 more. So I'm on 52, I'm going to add 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I added 8 more 1s, which brought me to 60. So I first added my 10s, then I added my 1s. You could also look over here at my picture. I added 3 10s and I added 8 1s, but you can see a group of 10 here. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I get the same answer. So make sure you fill in your answer. 22 plus 38 is 60. So there are 60 children playing. Okay, so think about what we did here. We started at 22. We added our 10s by skip counting. Then we added our 1s. Same thing over here. We grouped our 10s together, grouped our 1s together over here. Now you have an exit ticket, and this is just our first day, a little practice about talking about adding two-digit numbers, two-digit numbers, where you're going to have 1s and 10s to group together. And you have an exit ticket that looks like this: number, name, watch the video for the directions. Here's the problem. In that video, I will read you the problem. And you are solving 23 plus 45. So you're solving two-digit numbers, and you can use whatever strategy works for you. A picture, 120 chart like we just talked about, whatever works for you so that you can try to find the answer to this, but make sure you're grouping your 1s together and you're grouping your 10s together so it's easier to count. Then tell me what strategy you used.